Okay.
In the middle, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats. Our show will begin in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our show will begin in 1 minute. 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our show will begin in just a moment. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome today's MCs. Mike Preston, Managing Director and Head of the Site and Incentive Group for the Investment and Banking Division of Stevens. And television news anchor, Ann Emanuel Preston.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Let me see what the energy is like in this room. Can we get a little bit of a taste test? Welcome to the Pelican Cup. I think it's going to be a good day. I can feel it.
Yes, well, a big hello to all of our visitors to ULM in beautiful Monroe, and to all those who are viewing live on our live stream.
We would like to take a moment to recognize and welcome some special guests. Former Congressman Rodney Alexander. The Honorable Gerald Brown, Mayor of Richwood. The Honorable Matt Talbert, Mayor of Sterlington. From Senator Bill Cassidy's office, Angie Robert. Representing Washita Parish Police Jury, Jamie Hanks. From Discover Monroe, West Monroe, Ilana Cooper.
And we are also joined by Misty Cordell, the chair of the Louisiana Board of Regents.
Welcome. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. And if there's any other elected officials, welcome. We appreciate your being here and your support. Thanks for everyone. So let's welcome everyone and all of our guests by giving everyone here an inside look at what it's like to be a ULM Warhawk.
What does it mean to be the best?
It's about striving for excellence.
It's the dedication to persevere, to compete, and to triumph.
It's unleashing your creativity.
It's about making a difference on the bayou and beyond.
It's the passion for learning and the commitment to grow.
Bring out the best in you at the University of Louisiana Monroe.
A beautiful place.
Yes. And what a fantastic and a fun place to study. And I know you have the water ski team here, and whoever coaches that, I've got a few years of eligibility left. I'm open to an NIL deal. I don't know if my knees are, but I'll try it. But love everything about this school. Love seeing the students out in the bayou. It's fantastic, and we're so excited to be back here with you today.
And let's keep that welcoming spirit coming and bring up now to the stage ULM President Nick Bruno to get us started. Welcome, Nick Bruno.
Well, good morning to everyone. And as I mentioned to Linda Holyfield when I came in, this is not an apparition. I am back. And it is so good to be back. To see so many people that were so kind to me and my family during the 13 years that we were here, 10 of which were the president. So I'm acting president now for a period of time until a new president is seated. And we're hard at it, reestablishing the relationships and, of course, doing the more mundane task of the president of budgetary analysis and review. But I want to thank all of those responsible for this event. I mentioned to Dew Thompson and his wife as I came in, this is kind of Shark Tank on the bayou. So if you're familiar with that show, it's so exciting, and to watch young people present ideas and concepts and to grow those entrepreneurial skills is just amazing. So I want to thank you, Dew and Mary, for what you've done, and all of the sponsors and all of you here supporting this group of young people. Thank you very much. Have a great day on the bayou, and it's a beautiful day, so enjoy a little walk around our campus. Thanks very much.
I like that Shark Tank on the bayou.
Yes, well, thank you, President Bruno. And thank you, ULM, for hosting us on the bayou again for this just outstanding event.
It is so beautiful here. It is always a pleasure to be here and watch the program grow and change lives. The Entrepreneurship Pelican Cup was created just 4 short years ago with the goal of driving business growth and student innovation in the state of Louisiana. It has now grown to be one of the largest cash prizes in the nation, and that is something to be very proud of.
Yes. So get this. Our first place team today will walk away with $50,000. Second place, and hey, there's more money to go around. Second place, $25,000, and our third place winner will receive $10,000 cash prize. That is some big money, and the way the stock market's down today, you could invest all.
Yeah, you can put it in. Also, we wouldn't want to forget about the elevator pitch. Isn't it so much fun? If you've been here before, you know what I'm talking about. You, the audience, you get a chance to watch while one member of each team gets on stage and does a pitch. And then you get a chance to vote to give away $2,000. So you're a part of this event. I can't wait for it.
Yes, even more money to give away. So, it's right. We've got to see firsthand how entrepreneurial can grow and elevate a state in a region, just like our adopted home state of Arkansas.
It's been amazing to see really how impactful this is and programs like these are. And I think today we're going to get a special chance to hear from somebody with firsthand knowledge of what the Pelican Cup in particular has done for him. So look forward to that coming up in just a little bit.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that. We love to see how these teams grow and they actually turn into businesses, and then they become successful and sell their business and continue to grow. So it all starts right here. It's an amazing thing to see. We've seen it in Arkansas. We're seeing it now here in Louisiana and across the region. So very excited about it. And we're so supportive and surprised about what is going to happen today throughout the program. So stay tuned for some other fun surprises that we'll have coming up for you.
And like we said, Pelican Cup was founded about 4 years ago by someone that is no stranger to the struggle and perseverance that it takes to be an entrepreneur. We are talking about our friend, Mr. Dew Thompson.
Well, absolutely. Dew has been there. He's worked hard. He's found success in business and in family, and now he's giving back.
Let's take a moment now to welcome our founder, Dew Thompson, to the stage for some words of wisdom and what this program can do for this great state. Dew Thompson.
Come on up.
Thank you. Thank you, President Bruno, for your remarks and your support of the Pelican Cup and ULM. It's much appreciated. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dew, D-H-U, Thompson, and I'm a proud graduate of ULM and a Louisiana native. I was formerly a banker and then began an entrepreneurial journey almost 30 years ago. It was a journey I will forever be grateful for. After being involved in another entrepreneurship competition in Arkansas, I approached ULM about starting a competition here in Louisiana, and the Pelican Cup was born here on the bayou. This is our 4th year, and the growth has been impressive. We started with ULM as the only university 4 years ago with 14 teams participating that year. The Pelican Cup now has 8 universities and 34 teams participating. I'm so excited for you to learn more about this year's participants, their entrepreneurial visions, and for you to see this competition up close. This event would also not be possible without the support and dedication of our outstanding sponsors, as well as each of you sitting here today. The sponsors are listed and recognized in multiple places, and I personally would like to thank each and one for supporting this worthwhile event. The Pelican Cup is not merely a competition, but it's a snapshot of our future. I've heard the statement, small business is the cornerstone of America, and that begins here with ideas like these. So, as sponsors, thank you for supporting the future. I ask each person here today to get involved with this program by sponsoring the event in the future. Donations or just encouragement to young entrepreneurs. I would like to acknowledge this year's judges. These are business leaders that dedicate their time and energy to this competition. This program and our community are certainly enriched by leaders such as these. To the students, the purpose of today is to showcase the 6 finalist teams, but I also would like to acknowledge the 28 other excellent ideas and talented teams that participated. I certainly hope we see all of these ideas come to fruition in the future. At this time, I would like to ask any student participating in this year's Pelican Cup to please stand. Whether you're a finalist or not, please stand. You are to be commended for your effort, your vision, and your drive to participate in this competition. Entrepreneurship comes from a single idea, the dedication to continue to modify and grow that idea. There will be obstacles, there will be failure, but many times we learn the very most through our challenges. I certainly know those moments were turning points on my own journey. These teams are supported by talented faculty members as coaches. Will all the coaches, both current year and past, please stand and be recognized? Thank you for supporting our students and in turn, our future. Later in the program, you're going to have the opportunity to hear from last year's winner. And as I mentioned earlier, this event is about the talented students and their inspiring ideas. He will certainly be able to bring that to life better than I can. For each student in this room, I wanted to wrap up with a quote I have used often and even with my own sons. I feel that it's worth repeating. Look at the person to your left and look at the person to your right. I can promise you they know something you do not. So learn from others, surround yourself with smart, talented people, and always believe in your dream. The road may not be easy, but if you're passionate about something, you will be good at it. And if you're good at it, you're going to be successful. Thank you all for coming, and let's hear a big cheer for all the participants this year.
We are surrounded by smart, talented people, and now we're wondering, what does that person know that I don't know next to me?
There's something in there. Something.
Thank you so much for those words, Stu, and for all that you continue to do for this program and driving business growth in Arkansas and in Louisiana. Do we appreciate you?
Yes, this university is lucky to call you an alumnus, and this opportunity has already done so much for these incredible students and innovators, and do thank you for all that you've done for this competition. The state of Arkansas. Those of you might not be aware, Dew is a member of the Arkansas Business Hall of Fame. He was inducted alongside folks like Sam Walton, Jack Stevens, J.B. Hunt, John Tyson, to name a few others, and Dew is among that, and is certainly a treasure to this university and to this competition and to both the states that he represents and calls home. So Dew, thank you for all that you've done.
All right, and speaking of student innovators, are you ready to meet this year's teams? Yes?
That's what we're here for, and support them. I'm so excited. All right, let's start this off. From Grambling State University, it's Team Amber.
And next we have a hometown team from the University of Louisiana Monroe, Skill Play AI.
Okay, then also from Grambling State University, let's give a hand for Smart Match.
And next up from Louisiana State University, Farm Smarter AI.
And then we have from Louisiana State University, Shreveport, You Do It. All right. Okay, there we go. And finally, another team from Grambling State University. Let's hear it for Ishara.
A big congratulations to all of the 2025 Pelican Cup finalists. You have done a wonderful job.
Yes, congratulations for being here. We can't wait to hear these pitches and learn more about all of them. I can't wait to see who walks away with those incredible trophies and, of course, that cash prize.
They certainly worked very hard to get here and represent their schools today. So now let's take a closer look at their experience.
I'm finalist number Tama, a sophomore computer science major from Grambling State University, and I am the team leader for Team Amber. Our business idea is basically building a button that when pressed once within a space of 5 seconds, it sends a distress signal to emergency responders such as 911 and a pre-selected emergency contacts through the mobile app.
Many of our students are from various countries, various states, various places. And safety sometimes is a concern these days, and they wanted to help solve that problem by creating a solution that that students, faculty, staff, anyone virtually could use at the touch of a button.
My name is Bipin Sapkota. I'm from University of Louisiana at Monroe, the home ground, and we are representing Skill Play AI today. Our business idea is a gamified learning platform which will be powered by AI. So the reason we come up with was when we were doing AWS certification, it's Amazon Web Services, we played games over there and learned more skills than we do actually reading. So we had to come up with something that will help our students to retain more and learn something doing fun things.
My name is David Nintan. I'm from Grambling State University and I'm representing Team Ishara. Any students who is new to entrepreneurship, who is new to business, or who is maybe majoring in business or entrepreneurial fields to definitely take up these challenges or these competitions, because these competitions actually give you the opportunity to be creative and innovative, because you're also thinking about what can I bring to the world, what product or what service can I also bring, what problem can I solve in my community.
My name is Xavier Ford Smith. I am from Louisiana State University, Shreveport, and our idea is called You Do It. It's just me presenting today, but working with Khalid and Dada and Azim and Aziz, they've been just a joy to work with because they are supportive, they're on top of it, and they're really just fun people to work with. And I love getting to know them more as we've been working on this project together. I feel like the biggest thing that I've learned or the biggest takeaway I've had is you have to be direct, you need to be blunt, but not too blunt. Too many words is an issue, not enough words is an issue, but you need to have that happy medium. And that's what I found out when we were drafting up our business plan and as we were coming up with the slides that we're about to use in our presentation.
My name is Donso Duaka. I attend the Grambling State University and I represent Team Smart Match. I do feel the Pelican Cup has given us the things we need to go for the next step. By this I mean we had to write a business plan, which is something that you have to do in real life once you are trying to get investments or from investors in a real life situation. So this has really prepared us for future outcomes.
All right, well, hello. I'm Colin Raby from Louisiana State University, representing the FarmSmarter.ai team. Having the specific details that we had to enumerate in the business plan and then put together for our presentation so that we know we're prepared to answer the questions that the judges are going to ask has been really helpful, so that when we're having these discussions, we can back them up with well thought out reasons and well thought out analysis of not only where we are, but where we're going. So taking all that information that we talk about, when we're working on stuff, and really putting it on paper in an organized fashion, has certainly been helpful in defining what our roadmap looks like going forward.
It's been an amazing experience because I've seen our students' creativity, I've seen their growth, I've seen them come up with ideas that are world changing, and that's been just something I'm extremely grateful for.
The way that we can help our students to learn about this process is making them to go through this process.
Because this is a really very good platform for students to showcase their business ideas and to help them to grow.
There's two different things. There's learning about entrepreneurship and then there's doing entrepreneurship. And the best way to learn about it is to do it. And so what we've seen so far is that students are coming up with some really great ideas, that the entire marketplace hasn't come up with yet. How does that happen? Just give them the opportunity and let them grow these cool things.
So much goes into this experience, right? Okay, I know you're probably hungry, so it is time for lunch now from our amazing Aramark team, so go ahead and please begin eating. And while you are eating, we will have a special treat in store for you in just a little bit. So the Pelican Cup, proud to feature an entrepreneurial journey from right here in this region. Dew alluded to it a little while ago, and it's something you may not know about. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you in just a little bit after lunch, all right?
My name is John Owen. I'm a rice farmer in Northeast Louisiana.
I'm Patrick Owen. I work for Owen Corporation, which is our small family business here in Northeast Louisiana, where we manage farmland, timber, and also recreational property.
I actually grew up in Dallas, and my grandfather was a cotton broker internationally. As my grandfather went through his career, and his savings went into farmland. He had a brother that was in Winsboro, Louisiana, that was a contractor and owned a hardware store and bought cotton, and they would find these tracts of hardwood timber, and they began to develop that property in the 60s. Then my uncle died, and development kind of stopped. So my grandfather and father encouraged me to study agriculture in college and move to Louisiana, further develop farms, and basically become a farm.
We grew up actively working on the farm when we were kids from an early age. And so one of the things that I remember most about that is that when you work for a farmer, when your dad's a farmer, from a very early age, you get to take a position as a stakeholder in the business. I mean, you might just be a 12-year-old driving a tractor, but you're doing meaningful work for the business and really learning crucial parts of that business. And, there's not an abundance of businesses out there that allow you to do that.
We have a legacy business, and the having children that have a sense of legacy and not a sense of entitlement is really wonderful. And if you can instill that in your children, you've accomplished a lot. And as a parent, if you can raise children that are grounded morally and can take care of themselves and are happy, you've been a successful parent.
Went to high school in Monroe at River Oaks. After that, I graduated and started school here at the University of Louisiana, Monroe. I started out in general business, but eventually was encouraged by my advisor at the time, Dr. Rodriguez, to focus in on finance. And so I got my finance degree. After I got my finance degree, I was encouraged to stay another 2 years, even though I was ready to be done with college, but I stuck around for another 2 years and got my accounting degree. And because I came back to get that accounting degree, that allowed me to take an internship with John Deere at John Deere Financial in Des Moines, Iowa, which eventually led to a full-time job with them after I finished school. At the time, I really enjoyed working for John Deere, and I had aspirations to spend probably another decade of my career with the company. But in 2020, all our lives changed, right? And so the accounting and finance function was asked to work from home for what turned out to be 2 years. So during that time, I spent a lot more time back here in Louisiana, working from here, trading time between Louisiana and Illinois. And during that time, I met my beautiful wife, Emma. And soon after that, my aspirations for my career at Deere & Company began to rapidly deteriorate. And so 2 years later, I turned in my badge to come home, start working with the family business, and marry my wife.
The family business is interesting because the gloves come off a little quicker in family than they do with, just an employee and employer. About 2 weeks after he came home, I had a friend of mine ask me how it was going with Patrick, and I said, well, I was really excited when he first got here because I was going to have this great partner, but after 2 weeks, I realized that this is actually kind of a hostile takeover.
Dad has a wealth of knowledge in the commodity markets, as well as extensive experience in farmland management, a lifetime of it. I come from a corporate finance background with also an education in accounting. So those two skill sets blend together very nicely.
Basically, we both brought, something to the table, which was really good.
I'm learning plants, but I'm still mostly numbers.
I'm very fortunate because I could never afford to hire somebody like Pat, and he took a pretty good pay cut when he came to work for Dad.
What an incredible family, even with the hostile takeover in there.
I like it. The gloves come off faster in a family business. That's very true.
And a true story of success, not only in business, but a remarkable journey to get there.
Now, Mr. John Owen and Patrick Owen are here this afternoon, and we want to thank them for sharing their story with us, and have them just stand and give us a wave, please. Right, there they are. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that story. And Patrick Owen, if you noticed in the video, he just welcomed twin girls with his wife, Emma. Congratulations on that. And even with all of that going on, he still took the time to participate as an oral finals judge. So thank you. And also thank you to your wife as well.
Yes, I know you guys got a lot on your plate. Congratulations, and thanks for being here. So yes, judging, it's such an honorable way to give back to this program. Whether it be the written rounds or the oral final rounds, this program could not succeed without the hard work of our fine judges.
Because this program was so popular this year, we actually had to expand the judging pool. So 20 judges volunteered their time for the Pelican Cup written plan round. These judges spent 2 weeks reading plans, scoring them, and then they had the difficult task of narrowing down the field to our 6 finalists. So at this time, we want to thank our round 1 judges by having them all stand and be recognized. Thank you, judges.
Yes, again, thank you all so much for your hard work, and I know it is rewarding for you as well to see these young entrepreneurs succeed, but thank you for your time and effort.
In the oral finals round, our 6 finalist teams were tasked with presenting their business plans face-to-face in front of a panel of successful business leaders from across Louisiana.
That's right. So 7 judges volunteered their time to evaluate the oral finals and chose our 3 winning teams, which will be awarded later today. So let's hear what their experience was like spending the day with our finalists.
Every year, the Pelican Cup gets better. More universities participate, more student teams participate, and it just gets better and better with greater ideas every year.
I've seen this from an inception, from the beginning, and seen how it really has grown. People bringing in these ideas, and it's amazing to see how it's grown to this point. And I'm just fortunate enough to be sitting here to witness it, you know, knowing that all of them are winners. When you look at it, the hardest thing about this today is trying to pick one person. When you know that everyone that came before us and some that didn't make it to the finals, all of them were winners, are winners in what they're doing.
Look at who's outside right now. We have teams from LSU Shreveport, we have teams from Grambling, and then we have teams from homegrown teams here from ULM. The growth has been exponential in this really wonderful competition that our founder Dew has put together.
Every time you pitch your company and your idea, and you get asked that hard question, you learn. So what you should do is take everything you've learned from this experience, incorporate that into your presentation, your business plan, and get better.
Don't quit, persevere. You know, really embolden yourself in the ideas which you brought forward. And when you do that, you'll make yourself proud. And just that one little sprinkle of pride within yourself gets you going, adds the grit that you need to do. And you just own what you have. And if it fails, you have just got the education of a lifetime.
The more reference points we have and the earlier we can gain those in life, it builds momentum and again, a confidence to go out and swim upstream and believe in yourself maybe when the conventional wisdom is working against you.
Well, one, they're very innovative and very curious. So, you know, they'll ask questions, well, we have this, what can we do with it? Or if we did this, what does that turn into? And that curiosity is something that I think we lose sometimes. And with entrepreneurship particularly, that I think is the root of finding questions, finding solutions, testing them, and really coming up with something unique and different.
faces from the judges that we've had in previous years and some new ones as well. So those judges are here today. Would you please stand and be recognized as well for your commitment? We thank you.
Again, thank you to the judges. I know that you spent a lot of your valuable time to do that, and to the students, hopefully you learn from those judges. And judges, I'm sure you learn from these students and their bright ideas and working together. It's a great thing to see, and thank you all again. So, now, I know it is my favorite part of the program. I would suspect a lot of people in here, their favorite part of the program.
Yeah, are you guys ready for the elevator pitches?
All right.
Let's get it started.
That's right. I cannot wait to get this started. I'm always impressed with the confidence these future leaders have and the passion that they have for their business plans and their ideas.
All right, let's give the teams a few moments to get ready and seconds to focus here as we set this up for the incredible audience. I know you guys are going to be a part of this. Remember, you get to judge these pitches, so listen carefully. So what would happen if one of these finalists met a potential investor in an elevator while trying to pitch their business? Could they do that in about 90 seconds or so?
Well, let's see, shall we? As Dr. Monroe said, this is like Shark Tank on the bayou. This is the opportunity that you have. This is, consider yourselves the sharks out here who are evaluating these. So they all have this opportunity now to make us all investors or sharks, whatever you want to call yourself.
And you have the opportunity, once again, to live vote for your favorite pitch, and that winner will take home $2,000, so it's in your hands.
All right, in just a few moments, we'll hear from a member of each of the 6 finalist teams, and after the last pitch, you can use your phone to vote or invest in your favorite one.
And we're doing the voting just a little bit differently this year if you've been here in years past. This year, we're going to have a QR code that is going to appear on this screen behind me. And yes, a QR code. In the past, we texted, but we wanted to try something a little bit different. Hope it works out well for everybody. That code will take you to a voting screen, and then you'll have a few minutes to vote and choose your winner to collect that $2,000.
And only those of you who are here in the ballroom can vote, and you can only vote once. This is not Illinois. Vote once. We're going to make it fair. And we're not Arizona. We're going to know the results by the end of the day.
We will know the results today. All right, let's get it started.
Teams, are we ready? Looking around. Think
They're
we're
ready.
All right, they're ready.
For it.
First up, we have Amber. There we are.
It was the second week of college and I was coming home alone from the library when I noticed someone behind me. Now my phone was dead, so I could not call my friend. And even then, it's not like she could magically teleport there. Well, this ended up being a false alarm. The problem is I needed a fast, secure, and phone-independent way of reaching 911. By the time I'm done the speech, 3 violent crimes and 1 female assault would have occurred. In fact, nearly 3 million Americans get attacked. That's more than half the population of Louisiana. What if there was an enterprise to bridge these frightening statistics? We are bridging that bridge. I'm proud to introduce to you Amber, our one-button safety device that when pressed, sends real-time GPS information to police authorities and a group of loved ones. But it's not just that. Its small size and compact design allow you to carry it anywhere. In your bag, in your pockets, you can have it with you on the go. Its cool features like satellite module for those in remote areas and geofencing, meaning parents, you get alerted when your child leaves a safety zone. Leave its competitors like Invisaway, Silent Beacon, and Flare Safety utterly useless. But it's not just that. They say you can't buy safety. We tell you for $200, you absolutely can. I'm Tanya Zamagush, the CP of Amber. Vote Amber and pre-order our product now. Thank you.
Way to start it off. A lot of enthusiasm and some practical applications there. Okay, next let's hear it from Skill Play AI.
Adriel, and I'm the co-founder for SkillPlay AI. And we are here to change the way you learn. So all of us were students once, and you know the drill, juggling with exams, assignments, part-time job, while prepping for our future career. And the resources we get, books, notes, PDFs. Yeah, no thanks, because I did one page, and the next minute I'm binge playing games on my phone. It's distracting. That's where SkillPlay AI comes in. SkillPlay AI is not just another study tool, it's actually an AI-powered, fully gamified learning experience that makes studying better. And whether you are mastering a course or you are choosing a career, SkillPlay AI makes it all part of a game. Whether you want to be a lawyer, you can step in our virtual courtroom, you can present the case and feel what it's like to be in the action. For lab chemists, mix all those chemicals and observe the reactions without real-world consequences. So none of our competitors provide this, not Duolingo, not ChatGPT, not Kahoot. So SkillPlay AI makes learning hands-on, fast, and fun, because in today's world, if you are guys not learning smart, you are falling behind. Thank you.
All right, well done. I love the energy. Now, let's hear from Smart Match.
Seven 805 90011 35218. So you might think I'm just listing out random numbers, right? No, these aren't just numbers. These are real people, communities, real places, and real people. These are places, these are zip codes where, people live in healthcare deserts, where people lack access to quality medical care. Now that's where Smart Match comes in. Smart Match, we are a bridge for healthcare access. Smart Match is a cross-platform usable on your phones, laptops, and tablets that bridges the gap between underserved communities and life-saving resources. We connect users to culturally competent care, we notify them of relevant and nearby clinical trials, and we even deliver mail-in test kits right to your doorstep. Because these cases are not just numbers. They're things that we should be aware about. People all over the world face issues with lack of access to quality healthcare. And we believe that with Smart Match, we can create a world where no one is left behind, no matter what numbers are on your address. Thank you.
Okay, next, let's welcome to the stage, Farm Smarter AI.
Every year, millions of dollars and countless hours are wasted on manual methods of crop control and regulatory compliant strategy making. That's why our team of agricultural experts and AI pioneers decided to team up to ask a powerful question. What if there was a single tool that could unlock access to the best agricultural intelligence tailored to solve the problems that specifically matter for your farm? Well, we set about to build the answer to this question. We decided to build our minimum viable product and the flagship of our platform, Farmer AI, a virtual agricultural expert right in the palm of your hand. Farmer AI is able to identify plants. It's able to then, once you identify it, tell you how to manage weeds, how to have pinpoint targeted herbicide strategies, and make sure that everything you do is not only following the most up-to-date research, but the up-to-date regulations that control the use of these pesticides and herbicides. We are very excited to continue building out the FarmSmarter.ai platform and partner with huge organizations. This is the first step in building the platform, and with your support, we look to help everyone farm smarter. Please check out the FarmSmarter.ai platform.
All right. Everyone's doing great. You can feel the passion. Next up, you do it.
Hello everyone, my name is Khaled, and my wife and I created a team. And our team founded an app called You Do It. Everything started with our 2-year-old daughter. She loves YouTube. When she's angry, she wants YouTube. When she's hungry, she wants YouTube. And when she wakes up, the first thing in the morning she asks for is, I wish it was me, but it's YouTube. And we noticed similar behavior with other kids. They are so attached to the phone. But they took that behavior from us. We spend most of our time passively scrolling on the phone from one app to another. And that's why we created You Do It, to transform the passive scrolling into active doing. You Do It is simple. You download the app on your phone, you put your phone on a leveled surface, you step back and you start performing. What to perform? You look at the screen, we will show you a character that will teach you dance skills, fitness, workout, or even if you want to play with your child like us, we have that too. We use AI and machine learning to capture your movement through the mobile front camera, so no extra devices are needed. And the more you move, the more points we give you, so you can challenge your friends and family and play with them online. Now our daughter asked for You Do It, not YouTube. After 6 months of hard work, we managed to publish the app just last night, so please download it today and let us know what you think. Thank you.
Certainly a compelling case for all of us parents whose kids are tied to our technology. Okay, our final pitch today is from Ishara.
What if your soda bottle could talk? Not literally, but what if it whispered where it was made and how it ended up in a river somewhere in Africa, lonely and forgotten? This question sparked Ishara. 2 years ago, my co-founders and I built a student recycling app. Simple idea, recycle plastic and rewards. It worked, but only on the surface, because beneath it all, we found chaos. Recyclers, manufacturers, waste collectors, and regulators operated in silos, hence no coordination and no traceability. The problem wasn't just the plastic waste, but the disconnect. So we pivoted. Today, Ishara is building systems that unite the entire plastic value chain. We help recycling companies track plastics, automate pickups, and prove where materials come from and where they go to. And with the EU Digital Products Passport launching soon, global brands will need full traceability. Ishara makes this possible. We've partnered with 4 recycling companies, reached over 500 users, and gained recognition from Cellpress and Nexus Louisiana. We are raising $150,000 to refine our tech, expand our team, and scale our impact. Because one day, when you scan your code, you see a story of waste reborn and waste and systems reconnected. Thank you.
All right, what a fantastic job.
Everybody
can just
did
feel
so
it.
great.
Yes, that was great. It's a great ideas too. I just love it. All right, audience, it is time to cast your vote for your favorite pitch.
Here's the QR code. We talked about this. So get out your phone, open your camera app, go ahead and click the link that will show up. You may have to zoom in. You'll have a few minutes to do this. I know some spots of the room, it might be you're gonna get to zoom in a little bit further. You'll be ready to vote? Go ahead and go for it. I can see most people were able to get the link. If you can't get the link, it might take a moment to pop up. So just open your camera. You've got it.
Got it. It's a tough call. Those are some good pitches.
Those were great. A lot of them focused on technology, right?
Yes.
Artificial intelligence is clearly trending.
That is a trend, yes. We talked about it on the way down here. AI tied to healthcare, tied to raising your kids, and
everything in between.
Yeah.
So it will be a tough choice, I know, for those of you in the audience trying to determine which pitch was the most compelling. Which business would I want to invest in? The good news is it looks like most people's phones are no longer in camera mode, so it means that they were able to get the link.
Give you a little bit longer to go ahead and cast those votes. Hopefully you've been able to get the link, get it up, vote on it.
Yeah, get a little help from your neighbor if you need it.
Yeah. I'm sure if our 6-year-old was here, he could help us because he's my tech guy at home.
Yep, better at everything technology than we are.
Yes. All right, how we doing? We get our votes in?
Give me just another moment, I think.
Just give you a few more seconds. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everyone, that work out okay?
Yes.
All right, I didn't hear any grumbling or complaining, so we're going to take that as a positive. All right, voting is wrapping up, so as we finish up, we will tally the votes, and we will announce the pitch winner at the end of the program. We'll get these votes fast, so we're going to know who the winner is.
We hope you enjoyed the excitement of the elevator pitches.
Yes.
We want to give it up just one more time for all of our competitors.
Yes.
A big round of applause. All right, now this year, we have a special treat for you. We love treats.
That's right, and we sure do. Each year, we are overwhelmed with questions in the ballroom about our previous contestants and what are they up to?
Yeah, well, as we keep growing and changing lives, we still keep in touch with our past teams who are still on their journey to success.
So this year, we have a member of our 2024 winning team, Cantaloupe. They're back here to give us an update on what they are up to, but also to share their experience about the Pelican Cup and what it has meant for his company. So let's welcome Rich Zimmerman.
We're going to watch a video and then he'll come on up.
We are 2,000 miles away from what we've been told to believe is the holy grail of entrepreneurship. We're 2,000 miles away from the guys who pioneered computers in garages, reimagined social networking, and brought us into the digital age of the internet. There's no question, y'all, that Silicon Valley has created heroes of human innovation and entrepreneurship. But I'm here to tell you what you all probably already know. We are 0 miles away from builders, backers, and businesses redefining human history every single day. We're in Louisiana, and we can actually do that here. Succeeding as an entrepreneur doesn't look the same for everyone. Some of us wear suits, some of us wear hoodies, lab coats, overalls, or even green blazers that my girlfriend swears are hideous. Most of us didn't go to Harvard. We aren't from California. I grew up in a town of 500 people, a few hours south of here in Springfield, Louisiana. Yes, it feels like every state has a Springfield, but I promise you I'm from the smallest. As a kid surrounded by strawberry farms in a town with one red light and everyday working people, just to keep the bills paid, I had no concept of becoming a tech founder. Honestly, I rarely heard the word entrepreneur at all. Growing up in Livingston Parish, it wasn't a concept. But the funny thing is, I was surrounded by entrepreneurs every single day. The farmers who grow and sell the best berries in the country. The family who own the only sandwich shop in town. That is entrepreneurship. It just isn't backed by big venture funds in New York or California. But every day I was learning. I was learning the value of hard work, learning the importance of treating people with kindness, especially your customers, and learning how to make someone's day just a little bit better. It turns out I was learning the most important lessons of entrepreneurship, and I didn't even know it yet. It wasn't until well into college that I actually tied the pieces together, and it wasn't because of the degree I was earning either. I was a political science major, not a business student. But during the pandemic, I started my very first company from my college apartment. It wasn't software, it was breakfast cereal. That's a serialously fun story for another time. But truly, I took it from an idea in my little apartment uptown New Orleans to grocery stores across the country, and even to the top of its charts on Amazon for a brief period. It was the first plant-based protein cereal with 20 grams of protein and no sugar, and it was born right here in Louisiana. I found investors here. I found mentors here. I found people in Louisiana who believed in me, people who came from all corners of our state to support me and my Louisiana venture, because that's what people do here in our state. But building that company was hard. Coming off the coattails of a pandemic, running a company nationally scaling as a 21-year-old CEO, I got my butt kicked. One Louisiana investor who I respected a lot told me the strongest businesses solve real pain. They're not nice to haves. They build painkillers, not vitamins. That stuck with me. My protein cereal company made a positive impact on so many people, but I kept thinking, how do I go even deeper? What's a true pain point that keeps people up at night? For me, the answer was actually right in front of me. In the very job that I worked to pay the bills while running that company, I was a barista in a New Orleans coffee shop, and eventually I became the hiring manager for one of the highest volume coffee shops in the state. We were always hiring, always looking for new talent. And I'd sit in that tiny office for hours, sifting through 500 resumes at a time. And no, I'm not exaggerating. It was an average of 500 a week. I'd narrow it down, start making calls, and maybe 10 or 12 people would call me back. But here's the thing. By the time I finally met them, I'd realized their resumes told me nothing about them, for better and for worse. Because in hospitality, resumes don't tell you if someone's going to show up on time. It doesn't tell you if you'll stay through the busy season, or if they bring a great attitude to the team, because that's what hospitality is about. They don't tell you if someone's a great fit or a great communicator, if they have reliable transportation, or if they're in the right role for their skills and personality. Resumes are static, but hospitality is human. Here in Louisiana, hospitality is quite literally woven into our DNA. 1 in every 9 workers in Louisiana work in hospitality. It's a $247 billion industry nationally. But here's the tough part. Over 80% of people quit their jobs in hospitality in the first year. More than half will be gone in the first 3 months of hire. We've all probably worked in hospitality at some point, making coffee, waiting tables, working events, and we've all heard people say, well, that's just how it is in this industry. People quit fast. But something never sat right with me about that. I thought back to those early lessons from Springfield, the farmers, the shop owners, those I grew up around, who worked hard and served the same people every single day. They didn't settle. They didn't quit. They adapted, and they learned to listen to the people that they served. And that's what led me to build Cantaloupe AI. Cantaloupe is so simple. It's an instant conversational interview for hospitality workers. Instead of having them upload a resume, an applicant clicks apply and they start their interview instantly with Clio, our AI interviewer built by humans designed specifically for hospitality. They get to tell their story their way, their voice, their goals, their needs. We help businesses predict if someone will stay in the role, and we help applicants find jobs they'll love and stick with. For businesses, we cut time to hire in half. For applicants, people who stay in their role for a year or more, they're more than 50% likely to earn above average wages here in hospitality in Louisiana. It's a win for both sides. And most of all, we're doing it right here from Louisiana. A kid from a 500-person town made it into Techstars, a global accelerator with 1% acceptance rate. We built the first conversational AI platform for hospitality, and we're talking to firms like Anderson Horowitz and Indeed Ventures right here from Louisiana. A year ago, this was all an idea on a sheet of paper. My co-founder and I were standing right here at ULM, nervously pitching to Kathy, asking for what advice for our turns for the judges. Our win at the Pelican Cup changed everything for us. And while, yes, the prize money was a huge help, it was the people in this room who made the biggest difference. I pitched on some of the biggest stages in the country, AWS startups, the Rice Business Plan competition, but nothing has impacted me as much as this moment right here at ULM. To the funders of the Pelican Cup and the University of Louisiana Monroe, thank you for believing in slightly crazy entrepreneurs like myself, who believe we can change the world of technology and beyond right here from home. And into every entrepreneur who competed this year, win or lose, you are already ahead. You've done the hardest part. You stepped into the arena. And I'll leave you with this. The next time you think about the future of innovation and tech, don't look 2,000 miles away. Look around you, because we're not 2,000 miles away. We're right here. And this is where the next generation of great companies will be built, here in Louisiana. Thank you all.
Rich, great job. So exciting, and it just goes to show you don't have to win the Masters, get a green jacket, you just win the Pelican Cup.
That's all it takes. No, but it is inspiring to see the previous competitors and just see how they're doing now and how far they've come, the incredible success still that awaits them. Rich is now working to be a part of the Student Innovation Fund that was introduced last year.
Yeah, I remember that. It's a great program. It's a program that's designed for these teams that are incorporated in the state of Louisiana to take their business to the next level with some more seed funding. So very smart to try to keep that talent, keep that investment, keep those jobs right here in Louisiana.
You mentioned funding, and it is there. The Student Innovation Fund awards up to another $200,000. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty incredible opportunity. So take advantage if you can.
Yes.
Before we announce our winners today, we want to take a deeper look at that opportunity provided by ULM to teams across the state.
My name is Dr. Scott Moody. I am the instructor of entrepreneurship at the University of Louisiana Monroe, and I am the Student Innovation Fund Coordinator. To have sustained entrepreneurship, it has to come organically from the inside of the state. In the state of Louisiana, we have a vast college education system, and Pelican Cup and the Student Innovation Fund are for everyone, every college student in the state of Louisiana. So what we're trying to do is to encourage organic growth within the state of Louisiana. If you really want to get down to it, it comes down to one word: jobs. We want to create jobs, and we want to create the opportunity that comes with those jobs. We want the people to stay in the state of Louisiana. We want them to work in the state of Louisiana. We want them to bring forth extra business and opportunity within the state of Louisiana.
That's everything from individuals in the community who talk to us, business professionals who are interested in the students and what they're doing for these business plan competitions. That also includes different governmental entities who's now involved and who are helping us promote that entrepreneurial spirit and what that means for Northeast Louisiana. The skills that we're developing by these students participating in this program, given that potential for a new business to start and perhaps even radically change our community. But even if that doesn't happen, the skills that are being developed in these students as they participate in these programs throughout middle school, high school, and now university, look at what they're adding to the businesses that are already out there.
In the short run, it gives student innovators an opportunity to pursue their business or their proposed business. They don't necessarily have the funds or the means to do that. There's a gap oftentimes between a student plan competition and actually going to market. The Student Innovation Fund fills that gap.
Fills the gap. It's an amazing opportunity.
It certainly is. So glad we got a chance to hear about what great things are in store for our future competitors, and what their future might hold for them. And this great program allows them to help them continue on that journey.
And speaking of the journey, should we find out who the winners are this year?
Sounds pretty good.
Okay. Let's get to it. Remember, I want to tell you a little bit about the competition. Again, it was open to graduate and undergraduate students of any four-year university or college in the state. Each team, they had to have a minimum of 3 members, a maximum of 6.
The teams had to create and submit a maximum 12-page written business plan complete with go-to-market strategies, financial analysis, competitive market research, and much, much more.
And we know they did not do it alone, did they? Of course not. Each team they were required to work with a faculty advisor, and in some cases they had multiple advisors. These advisors worked long hours preparing the teams and their business plans for the judging rounds.
So we'd like to take a moment to recognize all the teams and the faculty advisors who are here today and who dedicated so much time and hard work into the competitions. Would the teams and the advisors, would you all please stand for just a minute?
Everybody up. We want to recognize you. Great job. A lot of hard work.
congratulations to each of you for being here today, what you've gone through, your advisors, the teams, very proud of what you've done, and you're just starting on your journey, so good luck to you and your continued success. The Entrepreneurship Pelican Cup is not possible without the help of our sponsors and our supporters. And at this time, we'd like to take a moment to thank some special people for making today possible.
That's right. We'd like to recognize the contributions and the time of those who went above and beyond for this competition in so many different ways. So we'll ask you to just please hold your applause until the end.
First off, the ULM Office of Marketing and Communications.
Greg Baccarini.
Sarah Sieraveld.
Mrs. Susan Chappell and the entire ULM Foundation team.
Of course, Dean Michelle McCann and Associate Dean Dr. Susie Cox.
Our cherished friend, Marie Bruno.
Tiffany Henry, Les Lane, and Sam Walls, and the entire Arkansas Capital Corporation team.
Chrissy Otan and Alex Smith of ULM Event Services.
Our amazing graduate assistants, especially Royce Pooks and Amber Landrum.
And finally, again, Dew Thompson for his unwavering support of this event and this state. Thank you to everybody for contributing.
Now we can clap for everybody. Okay, at this time, Dew, would you please return to the stage so we get ready to present the awards? To join Dew, let's have Dr. Bruno,
President
Bruno, and Dr. McCann. Yes.
Come
Will
on
you please
up
come join us as well.
and get ready to hand out some money and some trophies. Okay. You can feel the excitement. The teams are ready to get some answers here.
We gotta find out who's gonna win the elevator pitch too. Find out who you voted for and chose to win the best pitch.
Well, let's start there. First
Okay.
up, let's give out the award for the elevator pitch that you voted on. This was chosen by you in the audience with that QR code. The winner walks away with a $2,000 cash prize. I want to tell you guys, this was very, very close. Okay, these teams did a great job. The votes were tight, but the winner of the 2025 elevator pitch is Farm Smarter AI. Come on up. Congratulations. A compelling pitch. You had some investors sold. Come on up to the stage and receive your award and take a picture. For all of the competitors, when you do win, please pose for a picture for us. Center stage. Congratulations.
Congratulations, and thank you to the audience. Thank you for your participation and making those votes and being investors yourself. Okay.
Yep.
All right, as we're wrapping up. All right, now we're going to do the team awards. We will announce them beginning with third place. The third place trophy and $10,000 cash award goes to, from Grambling State University, Amber.
Wonderful job. Make your way to the stage, receive your award. Another technology-involved business plan.
Yes, see a theme here.
Congratulations.
Great ideas. Obviously the judges thought so too.
All 6 of these teams really have so much to be proud of because they made it to be the finalists.
They made it to the finalists.
And there were a lot of teams that entered this year. And I liked what one of the judges said in that, listen, even if you fail in this competition, great.
Yeah.
That's a learning experience. You gained so much valuable knowledge just by trying. And I know Dew has spoken many times about failing is great because you never get a better lesson.
Even though you didn't win, you can still have opportunity to have a great business and grow and learn from this experience.
There we go.
Listen to the photographer, he knows his stuff. Late entry. There we go.
Just in time.
Hang on, we got to get the big trophy up here.
We're going to shift down just a little bit if everybody could come closer to us. Congratulations.
Yes, well done. Okay, now for the second place trophy and $25,000 cash award from Louisiana State University, Shreveport. You do it. Having a 6-year-old, we all know too well about that YouTube in the morning.
Oh my gosh, YouTube everything. Every week he has a new favorite show.
Yes. That didn't exist when we were kids.
No. We were climbing trees. The idea of getting exercise with technology.
Yeah.
Get the energy out.
Get the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Bless you, Shreveport.
Okay, you're gonna shift a little bit. Yeah. And while they're making their way down, I just want to take another moment to say thank you to some very special people who helped make this event possible. I want to give a shout out to Wayne Gentry and the Showcase Productions team. Thank you for all you do in making this go flawlessly. To Richard Gentry of RG Lighting for trying to make us look good up here. Plugged In Creative for all of those incredible videos. We had a lot of videos this year that were really impactful, so thank you.
Document it all.
Yes, we have Jansen Noel, our amazing photographer, and his team here. Thank you. Studio Rue Floral Design for these beautiful flowers today. They are gorgeous. Also, we could not end this event without giving a big thank you and a shout out to Kathy Hammond, the mastermind of this.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy
Well
and her
done
team of
once
grad
again.
assistants. There she is. Thank you for all you do, Kathy. It would not be possible without you.
Fantastic
You are
job
amazing.
as always.
Okay, finally now the winner of the 2025 Entrepreneurship Pelican Cup. Again, taking home that first place trophy and a $50,000 cash prize. The winner of the 2025 Entrepreneur Cup is Pelican Cup. Farm Smarter AI, come on back up to the stage. Louisiana State, LSU. Already ready with the branded shirts, ready to go. Congrats, guys.
Congratulations, well done. Elevator pitch.
It is so incredible to see these teams, and now we look forward to also hearing from some of these teams here today in the future about their growth.
We look forward to them coming back next year and telling us about the success that they've had, and then all the other teams who participated. Well, they're taking this picture here. Just again, a big congratulations to all the teams for participating, to getting this far, to making it here, to the elevator pitches. Everyone did a fantastic job.
Woo! Raise that trophy up in the air. First place, taking home the $50,000 and the trophy. Oh yeah, hoist it up above the head. Woo! Celebrating that win, well deserved. We know so much hard work went into that. Farm Smarter AI from LSU. A big, big congratulations to you and to all of the competitors, not just those that made it here today, but for everybody that took the chance and decided to create a business plan and go for it. You are a winner because you took that opportunity.
And thank you all for joining us for the Entrepreneurship Pelican Cup Awards Luncheon. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. We look forward to seeing everyone again next year. And I know a lot of times people are judged on a luncheon. If you can get out by 1 o'clock and you look at your clock.
12:54.
So
Have a
right
great
on
rest
time.
of your day.
Enjoy.